Good morning, Sports Talk World. It's Terrence McCoy here.
Jalen Long.
Thank you for taking time out of your morning to come join me today.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, you know why you're here, so let's do what we do best.
Let's get it, baby.
All right, we're going to start off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming off a loss to the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday night. After that loss, there's a saying, a rumor going around that Le'Veon Bell is returning after the bye week.
Mm-hmm.
Is there still hope for the Steelers if Bell do come back?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are the worst team in the AFC North.
Indeed, they are.
The worst team. Check this out. They just... Where do I start? They trash. Trash defense. Trash defense. Can't cover a tight end and save their life. Right. Joe Flacco hit 3 different tight ends. Right. Total up to 90 yards. 10 for 12?
Yeah,
10 for 12.
So. Yeah.
Their running game, trash. Now, John Connor, he's a decent back, but he's no Le'Veon Bell.
You know what? I wouldn't say he's no disrespect to him, but I wouldn't say he's a decent back. He had one breakout game week 1, which everybody expected.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since then, he declined big time. I mean, they're ranked last in the NFL. And what he had last week? He had 19 rush yards?
19.
That's the lowest since 1970 by Pittsburgh.
Is it his fault or is it the play calling? Because the total game versus the Baltimore Ravens, they only had 11 running plays.
But like to see why we talking about the rush game is like if it's not there, they become one dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
So the rush game just non-existent. So I wouldn't say it's the play calling, it's the execution.
But why lean on Big Ben if he's on a decline?
But I won't even necessarily lean on Big Ben because he's doing what Big Ben, normally does.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's what I've been saying the last couple of weeks. AB has not been that dominant if you compare him to Juju stats.
Okay.
So what can you do if you're Big Ben? When you have no run game, they're going to expect you to pass. So if I'm the defense, I'm daring you to pass the ball because I know you're not going to run on me.
I think it's the play calling because you can't say you don't have a run game with only 11 run plays in a game,
Mm-hmm.
And with John Connor only having the longest run he had in the Ravens game was only 4 yards.
Right.
You gotta keep pounding. You gotta be determined to keep pounding the rock. Keep pounding the rock until other teams respect your run, and then you hit them downfield.
I honestly believe nobody respects Connor after that week 1. Honestly, it's because and especially when they play top tier defenses.
Mm-hmm.
That the Ravens. You're not going to run on the Baltimore Ravens.
Absolutely.
So even without CJ mostly did play. So but you're still not going to run on them. Like it's always been hard to run on the Ravens.
Yeah, that's true.
Their next game, they're playing a very desperate Atlanta Falcons team, which I think this is a big game for both teams.
Absolutely.
But like you said, Steelers are last in the division. Falcons defense is shaky. So it's like who wants it more? Who needs this game more? I'm gonna run with Pittsburgh.
Really?
That I think needs this game more.
I'm gonna run with Atlanta. They're in the division with the New Orleans Saints. Mm-hmm. They're in the division with the Carolina Panthers, and neither one of those teams are looking back. They're gonna get their dubs, and they're gonna keep stacking dubs.
All right.
I mean, the Saints with Alvin Kamara, dude's a beast, man.
Right.
He's a beast.
Yeah, I'm still gonna run with the Steelers. I mean, they are last in the division. They're still if Bell comes back, they're playing a renewed Browns team
Mm-hmm.
and the Ravens again. So if the Steelers want to keep their playoff hopes alive, they have to win against the Falcons and the Bengals. This is a must win.
Definitely.
And speaking of wins, 32 teams, 2 teams are left undefeated. The Chiefs and the Rams.
Yes, sir.
Who takes the first L?
Honestly, I think the Rams take the first loss.
Okay.
I think the Chiefs find some way to get the dub against the Jacksonville Jaguars this week. I think both teams win actually this week. But next week, the Rams play a desperate Denver Broncos team.
Right.
A team that's desperate to prove that they have their quarterback. Their defense is still the no-fly zone. They have an established running game. I think the Rams aren't ready for him.
My thing is with The Rams just are too stacked. I mean, Goff is playing like an MVP quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
72 complete rate, 1,406 yards, 11 touchdowns, only 2 picks. Imagine when Todd Gurley has that breakout game when he just running, like just run down their throat. The Rams offense are going to be very well, even harder to stop.
Yeah.
But I will say, their secondary is exposed, and I called this when Marcus Peters and Talib went down. Absolutely. I mean, Kirk Cousins came in and threw 400 yards.
Absolutely, Kirk Cousins.
So it's like, imagine when they see the Packers and the Saints down the road and say, well, they say Peters is out for 2 to 4 weeks, but nobody knows when Talib he's coming in late this season. Nobody knows when late is. My prediction is they're gonna get that loss against the Packers because Goff is playing like an MVP quarterback, but you want to get to a shootout with Aaron Rodgers.
But is it Goff or is it the system?
I think it's both.
I think it's so many weapons around Jared Goff that he doesn't look like a bum. I'm gonna call it like it is. Jared Goff is a bum. It's the system. Todd Gurley's the man, and his receivers are, they're okay, but it's the system. It got to be the system.
I think it got to be both, man. I mean, Goff punt. I mean, yeah, of course, you need the system to have a good year, and he's producing it. Like, he's taking advantage of every opportunity he sees and hitting his targets. I mean, 72 completion rate, like that.
That's true, but just like every system, you can't fake phony. You can't fake phony. Imagine having Kyle Bowler in that system.
Oh, Lord.
Will Kyle Bowler be successful?
Well, Kyle Bowler can't stand on his 2 feet, so
exactly. So you can't fake phony, and Jared Goff can only fake it for so long.
That's agree disagree because again, like I said, Gurley hasn't had that break. To me, that breakout game. Yeah, I mean, so far 79 carries for only 338 yards and 4 touchdowns. He hasn't had that game yet. So but teams still got respect Gurley because he's Todd Gurley. I mean, you got to respect that man. So that even when he's not having that real game, the play action still works.
Absolutely.
And receivers are still getting open, and Goff is hitting his targets. I mean, I don't see any phoniness in this man.
But let's flip it to why you think the Chiefs will take their first loss this week.
They're playing a very, very hard. This is the hardest test. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
If you look at the stats, let's look at the stats. Patrick Mahomes, again, playing like an MVP quarterback. We're looking at 65 completion rate, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns.
Okay.
Already. Kareem Hunt, only 71 carries, 289 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. So they're relying on Patrick Mahomes' arm. Because Kareem Hunt hasn't had that game yet. Honestly, you can say the last game was pretty much his best game, honestly. Okay. And you're going against a Jacksonville Jaguars team that only allowed 14 points. That's first in the league. They're number 1 in yards allowed. Passing yards, they're first. They only allow 164 yards. Their only weakness is their rush defense. So my thing is, Jacksonville just stopped the pass. They got that stingy secondary.
That's true.
And
that's true.
See Kareem Hunt at his lowest. Jaguars can win this game.
But we all know.
Go ahead.
My bad.
Go ahead.
We all know Kareem Hunt can have a breakout game, whether it be in a pass game or run game, just like Todd Gurley. But I feel like Patrick Mahomes has a way better arm than Jared Goff, and that's why the Chiefs will be successful this week.
All right. Well, I'm only thing that's not fully committing to the Jaguars, other than the defense, is their offense.
Ooh.
Yeah, the offense is still shaky, but I think the defense of the Jaguars can stop the Chiefs. So I'm rolling with the Chiefs. Get this first loss. I would love for both teams to keep winning until they play each other.
Yeah, me too. Until week 11.
Yeah, that's the game. I hope they both stay on the field until they see each other.
Me too.
Then we can really have something to talk about.
Absolutely.
But I think the high-powered Jacksonville defense will take advantage of the Chiefs.
Okay. I see it.
All right, another topic. Big news in the NFL with Earl Thomas. Honestly, I would got rid of him last year.
Whoa,
I
really?
would not. He's a dynamic player, honestly, but you can see he does not want to be there. For what reason, I have no idea. I mean,
Okay.
you after the game against the Cowboys, you run to their locker room and like, hey, you know, if I'm available, come get me. I will let them in that locker room. And as you can see, after that injury, he flip off the side, his teammates on the sideline. Like, what is that about?
Yeah. So, as a GM, I don't care if you want to play for me or not. If I paid you, you're going to play. He begged for a contract extension back in 2015, and he got a 4-year, $40 million extension.
Right.
You know, so I don't care what you want to do. I gave you this money. You gonna work your butt off on that field. Best believe that.
I mean, again, I agree, and it's just that attitude, man. It's just that attitude. I mean, you put the middle finger to your teammate. I mean, you know you're not going to play again.
Yeah.
You think what, broken leg or something like that?
Yeah.
So you know your season's done.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, he was looking for long-term financial stability. The same reason Le'Veon Bell is holding out. You know, before the season started, he said, "I don't care if I have a hangnail. I'm sitting out of practice," which is okay because you think about your long-term success in the NFL.
Right.
But at the same time, like you said, what kind of attitude is that?
Exactly.
I paid you. Get your butt on the field.
Let's rewind back to that when we talk about the Steelers and Bell.
Okay.
When he comes back, how do you think his team is going to look at him? Because in my I think it was on my second video, I said, will the chemistry still be there? Like, are they gonna look at him like sideways? Like,
I think so. Because you personally told Marquise Pouncey, your center, that you'll be back,
right?
and then you didn't show up. You told multiple teammates that you'll be back, and you didn't show up. Those are the big guys that got a block for you.
Exactly.
How do you plan on apologizing to them? And let's be real, they're all human. All humans hold grudges in some type of way.
Exactly.
I don't know how they're gonna receive them.
That's the only thing that's really keeping me from saying that Pittsburgh is going to come back to that, because you know Bell was the leading rusher, passer. He's a very underrated blocker as well. People sleep on him for blocking,
and he's so powerful.
Yeah, but again, it's like that chemistry. Like, did you lose respect from everybody in that locker room?
I think he lost respect from his quarterback. For one, his quarterback is going on record of saying, I'd rather win with the players that we have right here. And, you know, he throws little shots and shade towards Le'Veon Bell. Man, Big Ben, if Big Ben isn't willing to crack open his wallet and give Le'Veon money to come in, he needs to shut up.
That's, you know what? When I was watching ESPN, and I did notice that, like, nobody else is saying, hey, you know, we can help you, or da. They just, you know, mind their business. And I'm like, this man is your leading everything. But nobody's going to help him out. Well, like we said, he's going to return, because technically, he's not in a contract on a death yet. And again, I don't know the reason from him changing his mind. I don't know if the Steelers hit him up first. If Bell hit him up first, then I don't know that information. I just know that they said Bell is expecting to return after the bye week.
I think somebody put a bug in Le'Veon's ear and said, if you want to show these other teams that you can play, you need to get on the field. And at the same time, he needs to play at least 4 games that have accredited season. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have the option to suspend him for 2 games.
Yeah.
So he needs to come back by week 10.
And I wonder, like, why isn't he come back next week? I mean, because he's not injured. So, I mean, why not come back? You see, your season's on the line. You see your brothers out there struggling. Like, why are you still holding out? Like, why is it so big to come back after the bye week, knowing your season is technically on the line next week?
For the same reason that happened to Earl Thomas. Long-term financial stability, and you don't want to wear down the tires, so-called, on yourself for another team who's willing to pay you big bucks for a long-term deal.
Yeah, like you said, Bell's still out there, so if teams can get him, got a good offer, they can snack him.
You better crack open that bank.
All right, let's get into these next games. Colts at the Patriots.
I don't know
that's actually tonight.
Yeah, tonight. I don't really know what's going to happen with Gronk. Gronk has been having an ankle injury. He hasn't been getting targeted. He's been getting taken out the game. So I really don't know. If Gronk plays, I have the Patriots. If not, give me the Colts.
I have the Patriots, you know, regardless. T.Y. Hilton is hurt. So Andrew Luck's best friend is not playing. Element's coming back in the lineup. So that's Brady's number one receiver. And Luck is still winless against all 4 matchups he had against the Patriots. And Patriots are home. Yeah, I don't see no reason why you can't take the Patriots in this game.
But it is time for Andrew Luck to step up and have that big game. A shootout. I think the coach take it in a shootout.
Okay, we'll see. Next game, the Titans and the Bills. People sleep on me when I say the Titans are a team to watch out for. Their defense is nothing to be played with. Offense could be a little bit better, but their defense is legit. I mean, you beat the Super Bowl champion Eagles in a shootout. So I'm taking the Titans.
And because the number 1 defense in the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Bills are the Bills. The Bills
are the Bills. So I'm taking the Titans also.
What can you do? All right, the game that we were talking about, Falcons at the Steelers. Both teams need this win.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Both teams are coming off a hurtful loss, too.
I'm going to say the Falcons take this. It's not even going to be a shootout. Matt Ryan's going to pick them apart. Dimping and dunking with the tight end over the middle. Both of their running backs can catch. But the wild card is Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley has the speed to outrun any one of those corners in Pittsburgh. And we saw what Smoking Joe did to Joe Hayden.
Yes.
Calvin Ridley's going to do worse.
I got a question for you, Jalen.
Okay.
Is Julio Jones going to catch a touchdown this game? He's yet to score a touchdown.
He's going to catch 2.
2
touchdowns. He's gonna. Who can jump with him?
Actually, I was gonna say still secondary is trash. So exactly. I don't blame you when you made that comment.
Who can jump with him?
I'm gonna take the Falcons as well, based off solely the Steelers defense. Steelers are right now still one-dimensional and just passing. So I take the Falcons in this game also. Broncos at the Jets.
I'm gonna make somebody mad when I say this. But I think the Jets pull the upset off.
Okay.
For the simple fact, I don't trust Case Keenum. And to go back on what I said earlier, the Broncos are going to lose to the Jets and then play the Rams and win. They're going to be so hurt by losing to the Jets that they're going to come back and beat the Rams. For whatever reason, I don't know. I got a hunch, man. Somebody put money on the game. I got a hunch.
Yeah, I'm not putting money on that game. I'm going to take the Broncos with that one. I think the Jets, that just got, spanked last week. And it still shows they still need help. And, the Broncos are still trying to find themselves too, but I think the Jets have a lot of issues more than the Broncos. So I'm going to take the Broncos in this game.
Okay.
My game of the week, Jacksonville Jaguars, Kansas City Chiefs. You already know my pick. So I already said
you're already on record of taking the Jags in this game.
I'm taking the Jags defense.
I'm taking Showtime Mahomes with that cannon arm. Okay. And like I said, it's about time for Kareem Hunt to have a big game. Expect him to run wild over him.
Yeah, I already said it earlier. That Jags defense, that secondary is stingy. The only way the Chiefs could win this game is if Hunt has a big game. I mean, that will take much pressure off Mahomes' arm, and it can spread open the field, and they can be even more dynamic. And like I said, the Jaguars are 10th in rushing, so if Hunt gets going, then sky's the limit. They can beat him, but right now I don't see it happening this week, so I'm gonna still stick with my Jaguars.
Now I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was explaining to them that Andy Reid's offense and the West Coast offense takes a whole year to learn and perfect.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes has learned that offense for about a year and a half and never took a snap.
Yeah.
It's all mental to him.
Yeah, he's a young boy. Only 23.
So he knows the system. I think he's going to pick a lot of teams apart. But
again, with the Chiefs, I've seen this story before. They always have a breakout regular. They're a regular season team. Then once playoff hit, then it's like. But I'm still stick with my Jags. I think that defense can hold their own.
Yeah.
Packers at the Lions.
The more I think about this game, the more I get confused.
Man. Yeah.
I don't know who the Lions are. I don't know who the Packers are. Give me the Lions in a close game. Golden Tate's going to show out. Matthew Stafford in that arm, and that running back that they have. They have a three-headed running back system in Detroit. I really
Yeah.
think Detroit can take this game.
I can't bet against Aaron Rodgers against the Lions.
Ooh.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just gonna stay with the Packers just because Aaron Rodgers.
Just
like
because
you,
Aaron
but like you
Rodgers.
said, because both teams are confusing. I
Mhm.
really don't know who the Packers are either. So, but I do know who Aaron Rodgers is, and Lions. Yeah, you see, they got a good monster over there, but I don't think they have a lot of weapons. Well, Packers don't have a lot of weapons either, so this game
Yeah,
can
that's true.
honestly go either way.
Honestly.
But I'm gonna pick man Aaron Rodgers to win this game.
Okay.
Divisional game.
Ooh.
Ravens at the Browns. This is gonna be a good game.
Ravens. Baker Mayfield, he's been, he has a lot of highlight plays and he comes with a lot of, expectations, but at the same time, he's still a rookie. He
Yeah.
still plays on the Browns behind the Browns offensive line. Give me the Ravens.
I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. Also, Ravens are good against rookie quarterbacks, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Baker, is he the answer? Honestly, I mean, he had a good comeback game against. No. Well, they did come back, but they lost against Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
The more I look at this game, I think about the past Ravens and Browns game. The Browns always come out strong, but at the end of the day, it still be typical Cleveland, and they always find a way to lose against the Ravens.
The Browns will be the Browns.
Browns will be the Browns, so I'm gonna stick with the Ravens.
Yeah, me too.
Giants and the Panthers. I'm gonna pick with the Panthers in this game. Coming off a bye week, Giants. I always say about the offensive line. I mean, you can have, like I said in one video, you can have the best receiver, the best running back, but if you don't got a line, it's nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna stick with the Panthers as well. That running back they got down there, boy's bad.
Yeah,
The boy's bad.
yeah, I agree. Dolphins at the Bengals. Are the Dolphins exposed?
No.
Nope.
Actually, the Bengals are exposed. Each win that the Bengals had has came close. The Bengals haven't shown me anything that they can blow a team out. The defense isn't, anything to be scared of, but the Dolphins are. Kenyon Drake is going to run wild over the Bengals defense.
This is gonna be another huge test for the Dolphins because when they was undefeated, everybody say, "Oh, they ain't playing nobody. They're phony." They got spanked by the Patriots, but Brady wasn't losing 2 games in a row. Let's just be real.
Yeah. Oh, he wasn't losing
Nah.
3 in a row.
No, because he lost against the Lions, then he came back and spanked the Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But the Bengals are like the Chiefs, a good regular season team, but once playoff hit, they. But
I honestly don't see the Bengals making the playoffs this year.
really.
Really?
See, Bengals are really very iffy. They're always an iffy team. But I think they will hold their own against the Dolphins. So I'm gonna roll with the Bengals this one.
I think it's too much talent in the AFC for any team to not win their division and sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah.
You got those 2 powerhouse teams down in the AFC South with the Titans and the Jags. I think they both make it. I think the Chiefs and the Broncos make it. I feel like every other division, if you don't win your division, you don't get in.
Yeah, I agree. Next game, another divisional game. Raiders and the Chargers.
Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I don't know what Jay
yeah.
Gruden is doing down in Oakland. Get him out of there.
I honestly said to one friend, as soon as they signed him, that was a bad idea.
Absolutely.
I mean, $100 million.
$100 million?
You know he got $100 million?
No,
Yes.
son. Sign me up, son. Sign me up. I can
He got
come
$100
in,
million.
I can come in with a Madden playbook and win more games than Jay Gruden.
Well, hopefully you just won't get rid of their best players.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
You'll
not.
find a way to keep their best players.
Absolutely.
Chargers got too much on offense. Phil Rivers, you know what he does. I think Chargers take this one easily.
I agree, man. Because Jay Gruden got to go.
I agree.
He got to go.
I will say if he doesn't win this game, he's gonna run out. He's gonna run out of Oakland.
You think so?
Yes.
For $100 million, they might keep him.
Well, you had no choice. You paid him instead of your best player, so you better keep that man.
Exactly.
But Oakland Raiders fans are crazy. They come knocking at your door.
$100 million
Yeah.
to be trash.
Crazy, right?
That's crazy, man.
Cardinals at the 49ers, and this game is
As much as people expect this game to be trash, I actually think this game is going to be a high scoring shootout.
Really?
Both teams don't have a defense. Both teams have young quarterbacks trying to prove themselves. The 49ers have the number one running back in the league. Well, not number one, but he leads the league in rushing.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals have David Johnson,
I'm gonna stop you right there.
a beast.
I'm gonna stop you right. Beast, yes. This year, non-existent.
It's his team. He doesn't
I
have
agree.
anything around him.
That's why it makes it so hard for me to pick the Cardinals each week.
Yeah.
Because like I said, they got a young quarterback. Man, what? Bradford went from a first string to a third string in a week. You got a rookie quarterback. You have the best running back in the game, but he's not there. Like I think last week, no, 2 weeks ago, he had 30 yards total.
Mhm.
So it's just it's hard for me to pick the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like both teams don't have a defense, like you said. But I'm just gonna pick the 49ers just to pick the 49ers, honestly. I mean, this game go either way again.
I'm gonna call it a tie.
A tie? Please don't let it be another
That's
tie.
the thing in the NFL this year.
Ties.
I think it's gonna be a tie.
Ties and
High-
backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, high scoring tied game.
Hey, well, this one's a good game. Vikings at the Eagles. Who are the Vikings?
Who are the Eagles?
That Cinderella team? One and done?
I think so.
1 year
I
wonder?
think they still have, a Super Bowl hangover right now because
Definitely.
I don't know who they are since Carson Wentz came back. I'm not sure if he didn't have a preseason. It's the same thing as the Ravens last year. Joe Flacco set out the whole preseason,
Yeah.
came back, and he had to get smacked around a bit before he actually got, accustomed to game speed. I think that's what Carson Wentz is going through. And right now, he looks like he's in preseason mode.
This is the thing with the Vikings. I mean, that last game against the Rams, both shootouts. So I would say the Vikings defense is exposed also. Well, at least that secondary, honestly. But the Eagles, coming off that loss against the Titans, back at home in Philly, I don't see them losing 2 games in a row. I think their defense can hold their own against the Vikings offense. So I'm going to roll with the Eagles in this game.
Yeah, give me the Vikings. I think Kirk Cousins is going to come out and ball out, like you said, shootouts in the past 2 weeks. I feel like the defense figured it out this week, and the Vikings take home the dub.
All right. Next game be the Rams at the Seahawks. I already know who you picked.
No, I got the Rams losing next week. I got the Rams actually beating the Seahawks.
Oh, okay.
I really don't care for the Seahawks. I don't know what's going on down there. With Earl Thomas giving his team the middle finger to Russell Wilson not knowing whether he wants to play baseball or football. I don't know who the running back is. Russell Wilson is the team's leading rusher. You can't win games doing that.
It's only reason why, because he's running for his life. They have no line over there.
Exactly. So I can't trust the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Rams, like I say, even though that secondary is exposed, and they still got a dominant line and linebacker core. Russell Wilson going to be running for his life. I'm going to take the Rams easily.
Easy.
Cowboys and the Texans. Texans finally got their win last week. About time. Cowboys found their swagger back. Zeke having his best game of the season so far.
Absolutely.
But they still have no wide receivers. They still have nobody, they can throw it to, really.
So who are you taking?
Man. I think the Texans last week, that was the win for their... How would I put it?
Get that groove back.
Try to get that groove back.
Try to.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Okay.
Zeke is Zeke. He's going to eat. He's going to eat. Down after down after down, he's going to eat. But I'm tired of people riding Dak Prescott, man.
So he hasn't had a good year so far. I mean,
man, with Cowboy Nation, it only takes one good game for Dak Prescott to have the support of the whole Dallas and most of the United States behind him. This is the game. Dak Prescott balls out.
This will be the game.
Balls out. And watch out for Allen Hurns. Had a quiet season so far. Watch out for him. He's still a legitimate number one, as far as Dallas goes, legitimate number one receiver in this NFL. Watch out for him to ball out. And Tavon Austin, they finding ways to get him the ball. Touchdown.
I'm gonna roll the Texans because I think if they did, they trying to find their groove.
Mm-hmm.
So that win last week in overtime was a win, for them to feel good about themselves. Honestly, only way the Cowboys can win this game is if they did like they did last week, get Zeke going, let him do what Zeke do, and take the pressure off Dak.
I think Dak balls out from Jump Street. From jump. And I think it's the Cowboys in a convincing win. I don't even think it's going to be close.
I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a blowout from each team. It's going to be close.
Man, give me the Cowboys 35-17.
We're doing scores.
That was just for that game. I really think Dak is going to ball out this week.
All right, you got Cowboys. I'm picking the Texans. This game is actually a good game. Redskins and the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
People sleep on the Redskins, honestly.
I'm sleeping on the Redskins.
I'm not sleeping on the Redskins. I'm not sleeping on that offense. I mean, you got two players on the offense that's had something to prove. AP been balling.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints defense isn't really the best defense, but you're not winning shootout with Drew Brees. I'm roll the Saints, honestly.
Let's think about this though. The Saints defense doesn't get the respect that they deserve because they held Jarvis Landry in check.
Yeah.
They held Julio Jones in check.
They ain't hold Calvin Ridley in check though.
That's Calvin Ridley. I think Calvin Ridley exploding on the scene is a surprise for everyone. Nobody expected him to explode on the scene like he did.
Whoa! I call that.
Except you and the rest of the Crimson Tide fans.
Reason why I said because by him coming, you got Julio Jones, so he's gonna get more of the load because you can't 1-on-1 Julio. I mean that's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I thought Calvin Ridley was gonna get more of the load, and I've been right.
I just
gotta start him in my fantasy team.
I didn't think Calvin Ridley was gonna explode on the scene for the simple fact that the Falcons had him listed as their number 3 receiver behind Mohamed Sanu, and that's Mohamed Sanu throw him away.
Right, we getting off topic though.
Oh yeah,
because Mr. Redskins and the Saints.
But I think the Saints are gonna pull this off. It's in the dome. It doesn't matter if the Redskins coming off a bye week. We all know what Drew Brees does in the dome.
Drew Brees is Drew Brees, regardless.
Alvin Kamara is an alien. He is not from this world, and he is a monster.
I'm gonna say Saints also. I mean, Drew Brees, old wear. When am I retiring again? He's playing like I does this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still see him in the pocket, just waiting.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, Saints.
All right, I got one. I know it's early, but we're quarter way through the season. Any early MVP talks? Who do you have in mind?
Buddy, put me on the spot.
Fresh off the dome, kids.
Right now, the league is on Patrick Mahomes, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, coming, like I said his stats before, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
To a team that relies based on the passing, and like you say, he's a young guy. He pretty much just started doing this really as a starter.
Yeah.
So right now, if he keeps it up, I won't be surprised if he gets MVP.
I'm gonna say Khalil Mack.
That was maybe my second option.
I'm gonna say Khalil Mack. I think the league is ready for a defensive MVP.
I honestly said he won Defensive Player of the Year on his first game in Chicago.
Yeah. The very first game, he's
Defensive Player of the Year already.
Yeah. He has a forced fumble in every game so far.
Mm-hmm.
A forced fumble and a fumble recovery in every game, right?
It's like that defense just got 100 times better before before he came. Defense was like they add that one play is Khalil Mack.
Exactly.
And like the whole defense just came out of nowhere and just started dominating.
He's proved that you can build an entire team around him. Mm-hmm. I didn't think Derek Carr would take a dramatic drop like he did when someone on the opposite side of the ball leaves. And look at Khalil Mack in Chicago, making Mitch Trubisky look like a first-round fantasy draft pick.
But like you said, when Derek Carr dropping, I think that goes to coaching with John Gruden. Because they've been having issues, he's not hitting Amari Cooper when he's open. Yeah, I think it's the play calling with the offense.
Jay Green doesn't throw the ball.
Yeah, Gruden is like too old school
Derek
to
Carr
be.
needs to get Amari Cooper the ball.
Yeah,
Derek Carr is not even hitting Jordy Nelson as much.
no, I think last week was what his best week.
His best week
Yeah.
with 1 touchdown.
He gotta find something to go in Oakland. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Patrick Mahomes. If season was in today, I'll give it to him.
Okay. And I'm just gonna say Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is gonna win MVP. You can mark my words.
All right, make sure I write that down.
If he continues playing the way he's playing, there's no way they can give it to anyone else.
All right, let's say I don't agree. That's actually gonna be my runner up. All right, Sports Talk World. We appreciate you for taking time out of your morning to listen to us. My name is Terrence McCoy again.
Jalen Long,
Make sure you like, subscribe, and give your comments about what you heard today.
definitely share.
We'll see you next time.